Hello, welcome back, all you noob crafters. How's it going today? Guess I shouldn't do that so close to the wall, huh? I don't want to break stuff. All right. Well, hope your Saturday's going well. I figured today we could kind of run around and look at some of the stuff that I didn't stream in the past and haven't added videos for, so you guys can kind of take a look at some of the new stuff that I built. Um, so with that, let's start our journey. So here is this isn't in any order, but here is the cottage I built right next to um, the flower shop farmhouse I built. So this is surrounding the Kelp Farm. So it's pretty simple, nothing too special. I just kind of wanted, basically, in the silhouette from looking out of my house, I wanted something next to it, this house, to kind of fill up the scene, and that's kind of why I did this. I did search online and found a picture of it was actually a cottage kit, like a little model, and I just kind of went off that picture. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not spectacular. I used all spruce. I'm sure I could use different colored woods. A lot of them weren't looking very good to me, but I could use different colored woods to break it up. But I'm not real good at deciding what colors. That's always been a thing of mine that I've never been able to do really well. Is pick out colors that contrast well. So this is what we've got. It's real simple. It's not meant for really much anything else, except for to have a cool cottage above a kelp farm. It's a nice place to AFK. So we go down here. I can do it. And here's our kelp farm. So I actually made 3. So one of these is basically the kelp farm. And like I said, I made 3 of them just to speed up the process. Basically, as they grow, just like everything else, it knocks the kelp, and then it goes into these hoppers. And then the hoppers go into a smoker, which we'll show you down below, and it smokes it. So it doesn't really, it collects the kelp, but its main purpose is to collect the kelp so that you can cook it. Every once in a while, 1 or 2 gets stuck on these edges here, which is not a big deal at all. So, just this here is not part of the tutorial I followed, which I believe I used the Skippy 6 Gaming for this one. I'd have to make sure and look it up. So, yeah, this here was, I just put in this after, so that what I could do, because it's fairly slow, obviously, it's AFK stuff. In order to get this getting to a point where it's self-sufficient, really, I take all the kelp saved from these ones and I place it into here, and that's feeding this one. So we'll show you underneath how this works. So as they pull out the kelp, it goes into, we'll go to the first one here. It goes down into here, which then this switch turns on and off this hopper, which then feeds down into this smoker. And then in here is where you put the fuel or the kelp, which makes it, like I said, self-sufficient. It should, be able to perpetuate itself. And then as it cooks, it feeds down. Oh gosh, what am I doing? It feeds down into these chests. So that's what we've got so far. So I'm just trying to make it so that it's self-sufficient, which it's taken quite a while because it's a pretty slow process. So then what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll take all this kelp that's been piling up, and then I'll take it from the other one as well. And usually I just grab, yeah, so it's just a little bit extra. So I grab all that, and instead of trying to get into that one, I just go up here, and like I showed you, I place it in this one, and this feeds that smoker so that we continuously get kelp cooking. So yeah, that's kind of how that all works. So yeah, like I said, I believe I used the Skippy 6 Gaming. It could have, to be honest, I'll have to look at it. It could be either JC Plays or even Silent Whisperer. It's hard. Those are the three guys I usually follow because they all make Bedrock farms. So, yeah, pretty simple. Works really well. So I had this area down below. I was thinking about doing 2 of them. And then when I built it and realized how much space I actually had, and I wanted the house a little closer to this building, and it's still kind of farther away than I really wanted, but it looks good. And then I also wanted it to be facing the ocean so you could see it from here. I don't know why. I just kind of saw, oh, well, hello there. It's kind of something I wanted to do. Let's free the horse. We have freed the horse. Oh, there's more. So we could pull these guys up and save them. Is there more? Usually what I once watched them appear from a lightning. Oh, there they are. There they are. Wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, I knew there was like more of those guys. Didn't mean to burn your buddy. Anyway. I don't think I have any. Oh, I've got a lead. But I don't think I. Oh, I don't think I have any fence posts. What a thing to say. Come here, buddy. Let's hitch you up at the hitching post, shall we? And if I go get more, I can have more of you guys. Totally doing it. So I don't need these. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Is that it? Okay. Perfect. Let's get some more leads. Oh, guys. For some reason we get a lot of raiders here. Which is interesting. And I'll show you something I did with the raiders. I kept getting them, and let's see. Let's put a bunch there in the chest. So yeah, I kept getting raiders, so I had this idea. I'll show you in a minute of one of the things of my builds that I decided to do. So if you haven't seen the house, that's the finished product, and we'll walk around and through it. I don't remember if I did a reveal. So let's go ahead and get you up here. And then, how about you as well? And then, so there's what, 4 of them usually? 1, 2, 3, and I think I either killed one or it survived. But trident guys, I think I must have killed the other one, which is sad. Sad. Was not intentional, dude. Sorry. Alright. Okay, so I'll just put some of these in here. Yeah, so let's check out the house here. So this is our flower farm and dye shop. So I guess you guys probably want to see it from afar, and then we'll look at it up close. And also I'm intentionally avoiding other builds. We'll show those after. So in the silhouette, you can see I wanted that small building there. And then that, of course, is the house. Oh, I love it so much. It looks so good. Really, really happy with how it turned out. So, yeah. So it's kind of filling up over here. Back behind there is the stem farm, which I'm thinking of a few different ideas. I haven't really settled on one yet. And that'll kind of come up and be another thing in the silhouette here. But yeah, so that's it. We'll go check it out really quickly. Interior is also not 100% done. But that really wasn't the purpose. It was just to honestly get a building around my flower farm. And then this idea came to me, and I just love it. I love it so much. So this is it finished. And, of course, the deck goes off to both sides, into the back. And there's that side. So we go in here. There's the flower farm. And then we also built the cocoa bean farm. So we've covered all colors except the only ones this one doesn't produce is lime green. Because that is sea pickles, or green and white, of course. It doesn't produce black, which is why we have our Squid Farm. What else? It doesn't produce cyan, of course, because I don't think anything produces cyan. So we have to do blue and green. Light blue, there is a flower that does light blue. I don't remember which one it's called. The blue orchid, maybe. But I haven't found one yet. So I have to use white and blue for the light blue. Pink, I believe you have to make yourself. Magenta is only a large flower? I can't remember. Anyway, it does what we need so that we can get all our colors. I guess that's all that's really important. So yeah, here's the little shop area. Really like like how this looks. Then we go up here to the first floor, and this is, so originally I was gonna do a few big rooms, and when I looked at some of the interior pictures, it's kind of like a hotel because the house is a bed and breakfast. So I decided just to kind of follow that theme. So they're all little rooms, and I haven't decorated each room, but these are all the rooms. So pretty simple. This one here has kind of a funny floor because underneath it is a room, and there wasn't enough room to do another block here. So we can cover it with carpet. We'll have to just find a color carpet we like. And this opens up to the back here. Big window, and then these are all little rooms. This one opens up to the top. This here is the bone meal for the flower shop below. So these are all like little rooms. This one here I wasn't even going to have a room because I like the way the wall opened up to the windows, but like I said, I'm just following the theme of the house. This one here has a large bookcase, and you'll see why. So this here is just kind of another like window thing. So here's the study area, which opens up to the top. This is the tower. And I've thought about putting a floor above here, which I haven't done yet. I haven't really decided if I want to do that. We could do a floor here because I kind of like how it opens up to the top. So I don't know. I don't really care. I haven't decided. So yeah, just a kind of a cool way to add like bookshelves and lighting in the room. So then we go up to the attic space, and here's the attic space, and that could easily be made into storage or, you know, a room of some kind. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we have the roof access, which is up here. It's a cool view of the things around us. Yeah, so we're going to build something there, but I haven't really decided what to build. I've got a couple of ideas in my head, but I haven't really made a decision. So that's this one. What else did I do? So we did also create a creeper farm. And more than likely, I'm not going to build something around it. It's very large, of course, because it's a creeper farm. Oh yeah, so, you know, the sides come out to the backyard. I guess we're not finished yet. And then this here, this goes into the sunroom area where you can just relax, and comes down. And in the picture, this room actually comes across to about here. And I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. I may eventually do it if I run out of things to do. But here's the side of the house. I really like it. I like how this comes down here. Alright, so that's it. We have the honey farm there. And, okay, that's the same one. Oh, so back here's the creeper farm. That we also built. Oh, I'm taking your flag, bro. Yeah, so that's the creeper farm, and I really doubt I'm going to build something around that. It's kind of a huge farm. So we did, as we're coming out this way, we are starting to, get a little farther and farther away from our base. So I did put a portal up to get here a little quicker. So it's here, it's just a pretty simple, basic creeper farm. Nothing special. Um, I used the JC Plays tutorial on this one. And here's our little bubble elevator to get to the top quickly. Yeah. And so here we have, this is where you're supposed to throw on the switch. I don't want to go up too high because I don't want a creeper to blow up. But I lengthened the switch to go here so I don't have to go up there. Here's a few AFK. Oh, I left that there. So we leave 2 dirt on purpose. And the reason why, I could probably put a door up. But here's the AFK spot. I found this helps them spawn a lot quicker by coming out this far. I'm definitely not AFKing up there. It's a very bad idea to AFK near creepers, obviously. As long as they get killed when they come down, you're fine. The problem is that sometimes they get caught on top of the pistons and they'll just run around in a circle, and if they see you, they will blow it up. I haven't had any issues. There's one right there. I haven't had any issues with this build, but my other 2 worlds that I did, the first one I built was terrible. And I think I blew that thing up 3 or 4 different times. It was also a little more complicated to build. It was 2 worlds ago that I built it, a few updates ago. And that one used cats and things. Man, that was really hard to put together. So this one here, I built in my previous world, and it blew up once or twice. But I've kind of got to the point where I kind of understand now how these things work. I don't get close to them. Like I said, I lengthened the signal to go down here. So I don't even have to go up there. You can still collect the XP from here. And then you get all the gunpowder. So that's the creeper farm. So, whee! I love jumping off this thing. Ooh. And I stole this torch so that I could put it above the AFK spot. So I haven't had a torch till like now that I brought with me. So yeah, that fixes that. The only reason why those are even there are that's the chunk space, and I wanted to kind of know where the chunk was to make the farm in the center of it, and that's why that's there. So yeah. What else do we build? So we're still working on that. Me and Rixer one worked on it quite a bit. We took it down and rebuilt it in concrete, instead of wool. And I'm still having some ideas of how I want it to look. It's supposed to be Rixer one's base, main base. So here is the stem farm, and I haven't really done anything to this. I kind of outlined something. And I have a couple ideas, but I don't know. I can't decide really what I want to do. I have an idea of a house, kind of a known house to go here, because we kind of have an optional tower thing with this. But then when I looked at it, I don't think it will work the way I want it to, because of its length here. And then I thought of another idea that I was thinking about, and in order to make that, they would have to be really, really big. So I kind of have to decide if I want them that big. And if they'll be big enough to see from out here. Okay, so the other thing I did, so we kept getting all these go ahead and sleep so it's not so dark before I show you. There's a bed up here. Hey. It's kind of a long way to go just to show you one thing in the daytime. I know. It's silly, but it looks better. Alright. So, we kept getting all those raiders. So I had this idea to make a little farmer's market type thing. And so we've got a fish market. Here's our fish market. It's really cool as you get close to them. So they put their axes down and you get close and they all pull their axes up. I love it. So yeah, they sell fish. And then here you can cook your fish. So that's our little fish market. And maybe we'll expand because we definitely get enough of the raiders around here. So yeah, these guys just cut your fish up for you. You can cook it. It's perfect. I think that's all for this area. Okay, and then I decided to build a bamboo farm, which I don't believe I've shown yet. I'll show you that as well. Of course, I've got to drink some milk if I'm going to go near the villagers. So yeah, I decided to build this lighthouse here above our bamboo farm. So this bamboo farm, I actually built this myself just from using some ideas from other builds, other tutorials I've used. So it's probably a mixture of 2 or 3 different builds. So yeah, underneath, of course, we have our track system that gathers our bamboo, which is full. And then we can make it into sticks. This is mostly for sticks because I hate using wood for sticks, you know. Wow. It's pretty. It's pretty full, and it's cool because you don't even have to do anything. You know, you just basically live your life, and it fills up. That's why I really like this one. So it's similar to the Kelp Farm, without water, of course. And they just grow up, they get to a certain height, and it knocks them all down. And I have 4 different sections of it. And then we have a little bit of redstone here to power all of the pistons. So yeah, it's pretty simple, very, very cool. I'm kind of proud of myself for coming up with it, being able to figure it out. So yeah, I did use some other help, of course. Built other tutorials, and just kind of putting them all together, I kind of came up with that. So then I thought it'd be really cool on this little island, or little outlet, I don't know what you'd call it, peninsula, I don't know. I decided to make a lighthouse, you know, next to the other big lighthouse. And so that's what we made. And I used kind of a walkthrough tutorial on this one. I can leave a link in the description for this. Really love it. I think it's a really cool design. The tutorial I followed didn't have the white. It was straight brick. But I wanted it to be, you know, different colored, because most lighthouses are. So yeah, you just come up here. And here's a little walkway, and then Also, the tutorial did not have the lights on the top, which I added myself. And I used a little tutorial for that as well. In fact, that's actually from the Emporium. Those lights used to be above the Emporium, but we never could see it from here, so it didn't really do any good. So I decided to. Plus, when you would leave the chunk space, it would stop the redstone, and it wouldn't go anymore. So I just used it here, which is what I wanted to do it for anyway. I love it. It's just a cool lighthouse beacon. And I found that I don't know if it's when I go into the nether or if it's when I leave the chunk, but the lights kept shutting off. So what I did is above, I guess I could show you. Let's bring some dirt with us. Make sure we have dirt. Put this stuff away. So, yeah, like I said, the lights kept shutting off, and I imagine it's leaving chunks and going into the nether and all that kind of stuff, which messed with the redstone. Maybe that's a bedrock thing. So, what I decided to do is I took I'm not sure where it's at. What am I doing? I took a daylight sensor and I placed it, there it is. I placed it above one of the redstone, and it doesn't turn it on at night or day. I don't know how you have to, I don't know what you have to do that. Maybe it's because it's underneath that block. Maybe that's why. So it doesn't turn it on and off during night and day. But what it does do is what would be the best terminology? Is it would re-update the redstone so that whenever it glitches out, the daylight sensor actually resets it. Before, I would have to go up to it, break the redstone, place the redstone back, and then it would start up again. But by adding that daylight sensor, I've noticed I haven't had any issues and it's always going, which I think is awesome. But yeah, I could definitely do maybe a switch system and turn it on and off, or have it turn it on and off for day and night. But I think it's cool going all the time. So I haven't really done anything like that. I don't want to mess with the build just to do that. So I haven't really messed with it at all. So anyway, that's our lighthouse. Really simple, small, very cool. So at first, if you see, I was using quartz bricks, and I don't know if you guys remember building this building here. That's all quartz. And I had to keep going back and forth into the nether and getting quartz, and I think I was just done with gathering quartz because, man, it takes first of all, it takes 4 quartz to make 1 block, and then 6 blocks to make 1 brick or something. It's just so expensive. So a bunch of this here is brick, but then I just decided to use white concrete for the rest of it. And you can't even really tell, honestly. So I think it looks great. So yeah, that's the little lighthouse we build above the bamboo farm. So really quick, we are going to be going to some villagers, and I don't want to start a raid. Let's see. I could probably do this and go get some milk. Yeah, because I don't want to start a raid going near the villagers. So let's just gather some milk and we'll put it in our kitchen. Okay, so it's starting to get night, so you can kind of get a look at the lighthouse at night, which is fun. So we'll put these in here with the bowls. How about that? Okay. And bone meal. Let's put this axe in here. Yeah, so there's the silhouette of the backdrop. It's really cool. I love it. I love the look of that building next to it. Another reason why I did the building there, the actual house has a like a guest house or like a shed of some kind on the side. So I didn't want to build it exact, so I wanted to do something like this. So a little shack kind of thing. So that's why that's done like that. So there it is at night. Man, that looks cool. I love that beacon. So yeah, like I said, the tutorial I used didn't have the beacon. But I think it looks wonderful up there. It was really easy to get it in that space. Okay, so... yeah, another thing we built since last is we built a sugarcane Afk farm. I hate coming over here at nighttime because the creepers hide in the sugarcane. It's really scary, and they always blow stuff up. So I hate coming over here at night. So anyways, so if you've been watching the streams, you've seen these. These are not the ones I just built. These ones are like one tick farms, but they use a ton of bone meal. They're really effective, but they use a ton of bone meal. So I don't really use these. I mean, these are kind of like a quick thing, and you know, if you needed it really fast, a bunch of it. This space, I was going to do more farms. That's why these are all gridded out. I was going to do 2 of each. This one here was going to be a kelp. And then I was going to do 1 of each over here as well. This big grid here is the chunk borders, because they need to be within chunks. And so here's the one I just barely built. This was the sugarcane farm, and here's the sides, and I did this underneath the sugarcane farm under here. And like again, this is our chunk border. So there's a little bit of redstone. Here's underneath of it. And so how this works is the water shifts back and forth from these areas, from the cauldrons, well, I guess they're hoppers, to the stairs, and it updates the dirt or grass or whatever is in there, and then just makes them grow, and then they break from the pistons. So this one had 1 chest. I found a way to make 3 chests. When I was building it, I found that the chests weren't feeding to each other, but I noticed that it's because they're all connected to redstone, because we have redstone there and redstone behind it. So if you turn on the farm, you can see that it's breaking it. So when you turn on the farm, that's when it actually feeds, and I'll show you. It was kind of interesting to figure that out. I was like, why is this not feeding to my chests? And so I rebuilt it like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, oh, wait a second. It's because it's next to redstone. So once you turn it on, of course, you see that it's not feeding. When you turn it on, it actually turns on the chest as well. So it's kind of cool how that works. So yeah, you'll see it update every once in a while. This one's definitely not very fast either. It's a pretty slow farm. But it's better than nothing, and this is from sitting here for quite a few hours to fill it up, and we have 2 other double chests obviously we can fill up, including the hoppers. So definitely plenty of space. And all this was to make rockets and TNT, mostly rockets for when or if we ever get elytra. That was why I decided to build the creeper farm. That's why I decided to build this, and then I decided I wanted to build other farms, which is why I did bamboo, because I wanted to have infinite sticks and not have to use wood all the time. Gosh, when you come out here, you always have to look around because, like I said, creepers hide in those bushes, and they're very devastating. Okay, so everyone's probably seen the pumpkin and melon farm. That's not new. The gold farm is not new. Got some random bees here. All this stuff, if you've been watching, you've seen all this. Our forest is slowly getting larger and larger. So another thing I wanted to do since the beginning of the world, so we have these sheep here because we were going to do Rixer 1's base in wool, and we had started, and so we have red and white here. But then I've gotten to the point where I've got so much materials and we got the dye farm working that we're able to make concrete. So we decided to do concrete instead. So here's all our sheep. We can shear them if we need to. We can change their colors if we need to. But I decided to make this little farm, which automatically shears sheep. How cool is that? I love this little thing. So I originally used the B-dubs, B-double-O from NoobCraft. I used his tutorial. And because observers update differently in Bedrock versus Java, we did have to add a little redstone here. So that I found from the JC Plays. So yeah, but the idea of this is all B-dubs. B-double-O, I should say. I don't know if I'm worthy to call them B-dubs. But anyway, so B-double-O. So the sheep, they eat the grass. Observer detects it. The shears inside shear the sheep, and it's a perpetual thing. And the wool feeds down into these. We have the color in front of the chest that it is. So I'm thinking about going through and re-dyeing them so that it's all in the color order. But yeah, we have all the wool here in each one of these chests, and we have a lot of red and white because those are the ones we're using for the build. We have all the colors here. So yeah, and this farm is slow. All the other ones I say are slow. This one is really slow because you have to rely on the grass being grown and then the sheep eating it. So it definitely takes a while. These chickens, I'm gonna probably build a automatic chicken farm, and so they're just kind of hanging out, getting ready for that. So that's our wolf farm. Let's see, what else did we do? Wool. We showed you sugarcane, bamboo, kelp. Showed you the lighthouse. Oh, that one I'm saving, I guess, to the end because it's something I'm still building. Okay, so through here we have our village breeder. And it wasn't anything before, it was just a village breeder. So I really wanted to do some sort of tower. So the same person that I used the tutorial for the Lighthouse also had a tutorial for a tower. And so I used his little tutorial kind of walkthrough. And that's our tower, Villager Breeder Tower. I think it's amazing. It looks so cool. So yeah. Just build it right above the villagers. Super cool. Didn't really affect anything underneath. So this thing still works as it is. This is a JC Plays Villager Breeder. Really awesome. Looks like I got a nitwit in there. I gotta get rid of. He won't come near me. He's afraid of me. Because I killed another one. And so he is definitely not a fan. No big deal. Anyway. So here's the inside of the tower. You just come up here. And then you got your little workspace area. You can kind of chill, relax, enjoy the scenery. And yeah, so that's our little tower. Little rail system. So, yep. That's that. It's really cool. You got a little map here. A town. Maybe that's the town that the villager breeders are from. Maybe that's their little town. So they like coming up here and checking things out. So we got a couple spaces for inventory. Yeah. So I thought that turned out really well. I really like the look of it. It's awesome. So then we upgraded the rail system. So we don't have torches. And then we kind of upgraded the portal a little bit so it looks like it's part of the tower coming out of the hill. And nothing new over here. That's our iron farm. So yeah. What else have we done? I think that's about it. I mean, you get through it really quickly, but it took, 3 or 4 weeks to build it all. So it's definitely not fast, but you can walk through it pretty fast. So this is a really bad place to be during the night. I don't know why I'm coming through here. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I missed. Yeah, see, there's a creeper already. Then this here, where I'm slowly trying to upgrade inside here. The gold is taking over from the gold farm. It's slowly seeping into all the rock, and it's taking over. And so, trying to think of a good palette to use for the interior here. That would look good with the gold. I was thinking like a purple or something. And so this is kind of the palette idea I was thinking of. So some stone bricks, and I can't decide what color I want to use. Maybe you guys can add a chat of what you guys think, of what you like the best. I kind of wanted a purple, that's why we have the stem. The regular netherrack, I don't know, it's kind of dark. That's a little red. I guess I don't know, does purple make stairs and slabs, or is it just blocks? Because purple might actually work really well. I don't have any purple. Can I make some? Just to see what it looks like. Never thought of that till just now. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I still haven't done my last... Okay, my last build. You guys probably keep seeing it off the side there. And I'm forgetting about it. Yeah, I don't think you can do... Can you? Oh, you can. You can do both. Maybe I'll use purple. Ooh, that might look the best. I think that might be the color I was waiting for. All right. Well, let's go check that out really quick. See what that looks like. 'Cause that might be the way to go on this one. Okay, so there's... So let's get rid of... Well, actually, let's do this. See what that looks like. And I didn't bring... Oh, I have slabs, I think, yes. Is that the color that I'm looking for? Let's get some gold behind it. And see what we think of that color. Come on. Why can't I go down? Oh, boy. Alright. Let's get... Get a block out there. Oh, do I need two? I think I need 2 blocks, actually. All right. Of course, you have to make them into blocks, don't you? And the workstation is here. All right. So what do you think of that? So it's a little on the pink side, but I think it might, maybe it's too light. To be honest, with that next to it, that actually looks better. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to help me out. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think the best color is for our little palette. Okay, so last build. I'm working on it currently. This is the Squid Farm, and I decided to make towers. I kind of had an idea in my head to make some towers off the side. Let's go to the roof to take a look at this. Kind of a better spot. Let's go all the way to the top here. Oh my gosh, that's looking amazing. So I had the tower here, and I kind of wanted it coming off the top here. It doesn't look how I wanted it in my head, but it still looks pretty cool. I wanted it a little thinner. The image I had in my head, actually, I don't know how you guys might not remember this, but the old Disney Robin Hood, not Robin Hood, Sword in the Stone, your old Disney Sword in the Stone cartoon, the Merlin's Tower had some really cool towers coming off the castle that looked like there's no possible way that they could be connected. And that's kind of the idea I had in my head, is I wanted them to kind of come off here and be just a small tower. But the space that I had to cover was larger than that. So this is what we had to do for the build itself to make it work. So we have this tower. This is the tower that goes up to where the chest is, where you collect all the fish and stuff, and black dye or ink sacks. And then this here, this one takes you up to the AFK location. And my last stream, we worked on the towers. We worked on putting the windows in and stuff. And then we worked on this side. And as I'm looking at it now, as I was working on it, I'm like, it's not just a tower. It's like an old cathedral. And by keeping the magma blocks showing through, I just think it looks so awesome. And then behind the windows here, we'll probably do, I was thinking just black, like a black background, you know, to give it some depth. But then I was also thinking it would be really cool if we did like stained glass and maybe some sort of pattern or something. And I might have to go into a creative version of this so that I can kind of figure out what I want to do. With that before I just start putting it in. That I'll want to have like an idea, because I don't know if I'll want to do a design or if I just want to do like one color, or if I want to go with the black. I'm definitely going to have to try it out and see what I like. So yeah, man, this thing just looks really, really neat. Always been a fan of, oh my gosh, of medieval style builds. So I just think it's really cool. And we'll do this here to kind of give it some more. So this will give it more depth and also protect us from spawns. Come on. Why can I not put that there? That's weird. Of course, this will make it extremely difficult to climb up if I never needed to. And this in the back we haven't finished yet, so I'll just do this for now. And we can change it up later. I want that there. I guess it's fine if I don't have that. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so that's the cathedral, and this will be empty because I don't know. This will definitely just be for facade purposes, because I don't know if it'll mess with the squids at all. I don't know how the mechanics work exactly. But yeah, those are all the builds I've built since streaming last. I haven't done a ton of streaming, and I haven't done a lot of adding videos to YouTube. I don't know. kind of bummed about the whole sound thing. Can't figure out what I want to do for like background music, because the Minecraft music gets tagged as copyright material, which is silly. And then the Xbox, you can get streaming music on the Xbox, but it doesn't stream to the actual video. So that's kind of a bummer. I can't figure out how that's supposed to work. I imagine you're supposed to have a computer for all that. And although I do have one, I don't have it all set up. Plus, I don't have it near me when I'm playing Xbox, so it's not really something that's reasonable to do right now. It's empty. So that only stays as long as it needs to. That's really cool. Usually it hangs out for a second. I wonder if I've got to change the tick speed. So we can go up here. So here's all the levels. I'm pretty sure I showed this on last stream. And there's another floor. There's the Afk Spot. So yeah, if you want to check out us building this up, check out the video on YouTube. So here's a pretty cool view at night. Really fun to see everything from a distance. So yeah, and that's all the builds we've done in the recently, in the last 3 weeks or so. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm probably going to keep building today if you guys want to hang out. Any comments or any ideas of what to do, just let me know and we'll do it. So yeah. A cool picture. So yeah, we'll take a little break and then we'll start again. We'll probably do the walls. That's what all the stuff I have for in there. It's for the walls to finish this thing up. Anyway, let me go know what you guys think. This video will be posted to YouTube and you guys can add comments there. Any ideas what you want me to do or of what I've done. And if you want to see more streams, if you guys like this content, you can add me or follow me on Twitch. And then if you want to know when I'm posting new videos, you could subscribe to the YouTube. So yeah, you guys have a good day. We'll start up this tower build pretty soon here. See you guys later. Bye.